You guys see my shirt? It's a skull, right? Are you sure it's a skull? All right, everyone. So today is a good day because it is patch day and we got to go over it. But before we do that, I want to say a big shout out and thanks to everyone who watched yesterday's video. There was a whole lot of positive comments, a ton of likes, and just, I don't know, a lot of funny, good energy around that video. So I want to say a shout out and thanks. That was one of the funnest videos to make I've had all year. So I really just enjoyed that one. Okay, let's get into the patch. All right, here we go. Update 115, or actually it's 115.1 because when 115 came out, there was a whole bunch of crashing and they had come out with a hot fix. So if you see in the store right now, it's actually called 115.1. So as you can see here, all the way up to level 100. I'm not quite sure why they show the nightmare thing here. Maybe this is a tease about something. I don't really know what this portion of the picture's for because there's not really anything in here that talks about the campaign at all, but we're going to go ahead and get into that. So from right here, this update mostly focused on quality of life changes alongside a whole host of general improvements and fixes. Keep reading if you want to know the details. So this is true. This patch is a little bit hilarious. I'm going to very briefly go over the stuff we already know because I don't want to make a third video talking about patches we already know. But there's some interesting bits that we haven't talked about yet. So infinite clan boss, health, increased player level from 60 to 100, improved rewards from gold 4 chests. So it's basically a doubling of the rewards for the 6-star and legendary gear now as well. The first available arena chest after May 8th will be available on Monday, May 11th when the arena ranking period resets. So this one's not going to count. It's already in. It's the next one. Now, this is where we get to like some kind of new information, which is kind of cool. This is challenge rules and tournaments. They told us that we were going to be doing some tournament challenges, but they didn't tell us in the content creator chat what exactly it was about. So this is kind of interesting. We get some more info here about this. To encourage different strategies and discoveries and a little spice to the competition, we've added special challenge rules that may be active in the upcoming tournaments. These rules will place restrictions or special requirements on a tournament, and each will require a different playstyle or strategy to be able to compete and win in a given tournament. So, and then what they do here is they break down some examples of this, which is champions of only certain rarity, champions from a certain alliance, only using champions from a certain faction, or only using mono-faction teams in each battle. Now, here's what I think about this. In my personal opinion, there's good and bad here, and let me explain why. So let's talk about the bad first. The bad is that it's just another tournament, even though, yes, there are special stipulations on it, like they mentioned here below. It is just another tournament, meaning you have to get first place if you want first place rewards, second for second, and yada, yada, yada. There will be things on the right-hand side you can achieve as well. But as we know, tournaments basically are paywalled no matter what the stipulations are because of how much you have to compete against the other people. And if not only are you competing against the other people, but if you want the top tier rewards, most of the time they're not accessible free to play. You would have to spend some gems or whatever on it, okay? That's the bad. Here's the good. The good of this, well, actually let me talk about the good first. So the good of this is that they're showing this here, which is the ability, what's the word for this? The ability, I hate using this term because everyone thinks they're a programmer, okay? Anyone who says like, hey, well, the programming is, they're an idiot. But programming wise, it's showing that they can more or less reduce the total overall ability of like characters to interact. I don't know how they explain this. They have the ability to filter which characters are able to go into which event. That's a way better way to explain that. They have the ability to filter the requirements. Why is this a good thing? Because one of the recommendations that I have recommended is that I think what we should do is do some kind of tavern brawl type of thing where you have rotating game modes that come in with stipulations like these, where only this faction or whatever. But it's a PvE game mode where you can think of like a faction wars, like one crypt that's open. It's only 3 waves. You have to beat it for that week. It's hard, but if you're able to beat it with the stipulations, you get Sacred Shard or something, okay? And like 2 of those happen a week, and it's just free. You just get like 1 key for it or something, okay? Like a rotating, you know, with different stipulations, kind of like a tavern brawl from Hearthstone, if you're familiar with that, or some kind of procedurally generated, basically a different thing to do every week. Now, that's what they're kind of trying to do in this tournament. The reason that I'm kind of not a fan within the tournament is it's a good concept and a good idea, and maybe in practice when we actually play it, it will be quite enjoyable. But the reality of the fact is, for me, this is a fantastic idea placed in exactly the wrong area. Like, why would you want a new game mode again on Arena, which is already what people consider not one of the most enjoyable things? And then on top of that, in Arena, this makes it where the PvP is even worse, because people like me with huge rosters now are obviously going to do way better in the stipulations when we're competing against other people, because it's going to be way, way easier for me to just post some characters out of, my booty when it comes to legendaries for whatever faction or whatever rarity, right? So for that reason, that's a little bit frustrating that we have to compete with other people with stipulations that otherwise could be really cool. There's not really a reason to put it into to limit that just to tournaments. But that's the criticism. The good part is this is actually cool. This is actually a cool thing. It'll probably be fun. There's no, just doing this is not bad. There's nothing wrong with adding this to the game. It's cool. It's just, I really hope this type of filtering, stipulations, whatever you want to call it, type thing can make its way into some kind of PvE fun thing. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's move on. That talks about the tournament types. Those are the onslaught tournaments. Let's talk about the champion rebalancing. Skull Lord here. Who was it? I forget who, but a guy came to the, shout out to you, you know who you are, came to the stream, and he said he actually was the one that recommended this change, and I thought it was a bug fix, but they don't say it's a bug fix, so I'm going to give him credit where credit's due. Good job with that recommendation. Towering Titan, I don't know anything about this, but basically it's just transfers the damage from bobs. And then this is the thing we've already gone over. These are multiplicative, meaning the people that are doing damage would do more damage. The people receiving less damage will receive more damage. So it's a nerf to receiving damage. It's a buff to doing damage, okay? And then as far as Rodos goes, I think there's actually a bug with him. I just had him in Clan Boss, and he had 1 HP for a very long time. Clan Boss tried killing him 4 times and couldn't kill him with 1 health. I think they actually did something weird with this, so we'll probably see another bug fix. Now let's get here into, let's skip past the rest of the champion rebalances. This is where it gets kind of hilarious. This is the game experience enhancements. Other words, fixing things that were completely busted. If we look at these, I mean, let's take a look at this list here. You see this? This is a lot of things fixed. First thought, credit where credit's due. Great job fixing a whole lot of bugs. And there's some interesting ones in here. This is a lot of bug fixes, okay? I mean, this is the largest bug fix patch I've seen in a while, and not just in this game. I mean, just in general, this is a whole ton of bugs. There's 2 ways to look at this. There's glass half full, which is, wow, they're really going back and hammering down and fixing a lot of bugs, streamlining the process, making this better. The other way to look at it is, wow, this game's full of bugs. So I'm not really sure. I'm just going to say, I'm going to go half full on this one, okay? I'm going to say good job fixing a lot of bugs as we go through them, because Platinum tier matchmaking is now based upon tier, not arena. They fixed the bug that still allowed boosting. They added the ability to sell accessories straight from Spider, as well as the end of the battle result page. This is all great. You can unlock abilities in Champion, or unlock champions in the Tavern. That's great. Fusions are now harder to crunch, which is great. So that way you don't get rid of them. A lot of good things here. Some more red dot indicators on the pour, though, just some minor things there. Pop-up info display when you unlock a new campaign difficulty. I think that's actually good, as I've been playing through the nuke accounts, and I think the pop-up info panels are actually quite good. We should have those for new players. The only pop-ups they're getting at the moment are offers, so it's good to have like pop-ups that are like, let me teach you the game. I think we need more of those. Added drop-down info pop-up that when you tap on the arena chest and the tiers tab, that's good as well. Streamline the process of saving your raid account by linking to Plarium ID, Facebook, or Apple ID. This is a huge deal because this consistently has been a problem in the bug reports. People are losing their accounts. Accessories can now be won in tournaments. I think this is due to me. I sort of made this suggestion saying, hey, we need the ability to win something else, maybe necklaces, banners, or something in tournaments. The Relentless gear is not good enough. I think they added that in because of me. I'm just going to steal credit for that one. Fixed sound error that complete after. Okay, I don't know anything about that. I don't play with sound. Visual bug fixes here. some language bug fixes, logging into the game under a temporary account when attempting to log into an existing player and being your player in play. That was really annoying. It's happened to me a billion times when I'm trying to do either takeovers for RuneScape Go. By the way, plug myself real quick. If you're a RuneScape RS3 or OSRS player, it doesn't matter, except Go for either for account takeovers. Bang, there you go. Fix the bug that causes the clan boss's damage counter to display the incorrect number when attacked by counterattack skills or skills that cause multiple champions to team up and attack at the same time. This is something that people ask me about all the time. I thought what happened was it calculated all the damage at once, and then it went through and it showed the process of getting there. That's not what happened. I guess it was just a bug that had the wrong number. Elder Scrog got some bug fixes, Fire Knight got some bug fixes, and that's it. So pretty big amount of bug fixes there. Let me know what your opinion on having so many bugs fixed is. I'm gonna go with glass half full on this one. Originally, I'm gonna be honest, my original impression with so many bugs was like, God, we wait this long and all they're doing is going back and fixing stuff that was already a problem, just like Faction Wars, where we have it come out and then it takes 6 months to make it actually work. But you know what? I think that's a really dark, pessimistic way to look at it. Bug fixes are something that every single game has bugs. Any game I've ever played has a lot of bugs, and no matter what, the dev team is always going to be fixing bugs at any lifetime of the game. Any period of the game, they're going to need to fix bugs. It's flat out unreasonable to expect a game not to have bugs in it, although it is reasonable to expect it not to have as many bugs as this game kind of does. So middle ground here, middle ground on this one. So that's the patch in terms of updates. If we actually look at what it looks like in the game, here's the progression rewards. Check it out. Level 65, 70, 75. You get skill tombs, 500,000 silver, 300 gems, 500 gems. I think the level 100 reward, the level 75 reward, and the 90 reward are all garbage. I think that the Void Shard that should be a sacred. I mean, why do you get Void Shard after a sacred? What is with that? The legendary books are fine. I mean, I would say 2 books each would be cool. We know this is going to probably take forever, and you only get these once, so I kind of wish the rewards were a little bit better. But we are getting legendary books and gems. But I mean, this is. We should punch this all into Brad's value calculator. I'm sure someone out there is going to do that and find out that this is worth like $40 or something, right? But it's free rewards, so it is what it is. The reason I'm a little bit annoyed that I kind of wish these were better is because every level they're going to be offering us wild card pack offers, right? So we're going to have to endure 40 more wild card pack offers plus the you earned it now claim it in order to get one sacred. So I kind of wish these were a little better. But it is what it is. And that's kind of the wrap up in terms of the patch. Not too bad. I think that we kind of need actual content still. But, it is what it is. Quality of life changes are good. Quality of life changes are something that I hammered on a lot in my previous videos. I cannot ask for quality of life changes, then get frustrated when we get them. So I do appreciate the quality of life changes. Keep it up. But I do believe that if we're going to do another 6 months of quality of life or something, we got to squeeze some content in there. Good job, boys, with the quality of life. But please, we need some big, thick content that is not just tournaments. So I'm going to hammer on that every single video. Content, all right? All right, love you guys all. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you want more garbage like this, and I'll see you on the live stream.